Good evening, yarnies and dirty hookers. How was everybody this evening? I'm doing pretty good. Hey, Clay Miko. Hey, Grammy. What's up? It's a little late. I was eating a little bit of tortilla chips. Needed a little snack before I get into it. I was going to say something. I was all prepared and my mind went blank. That's how it usually goes. Um, Hope everybody enjoyed Thursday's mystery edging pattern that we did, which show here real quick. That's what we did on Thursday. Wasn't too difficult to do. But we're not doing that tonight. Tonight we're doing more blankets for Project Linus. One announcement I'm going to make. The blue Endlessly Elegant blanket that I've been working on forever is officially done. All I have to do is to weave in a few ends, and there aren't that many ends because it's just a continuous and it didn't really change color. I don't have a picture of it yet. When I get a picture of it finished, I'll post it on the Discord. But I don't know how well it's going to show up on with the green screen. It's probably going to all key out. Yeah, you see nothing because there's tiny little bit of green, I guess, in the color makeup. But I'll have to post a picture. It's way too big. One thing I will show, let me just move back over to the other screen. So if you were following along previously when I was working on this, and it's definitely not a baby size. It's bigger than a baby size. It's pretty large. So I have majority of the darker blue, but then I had some of the other blue. It's the same, again, it's the same colorway. It's a different dye lot. Dye lots are important in some cases. My original plan was to do this, and then to do a couple rows of the dark, and then finish with a light. I have no more light. Well, I have enough. I have a little bit. I don't know where I put it. Oh, here's the dark. It's right here. That's all I have left of the dark. And that's all I have left of the light. So there's not enough to do. And I should have had this prepared, but I'm not all prepared. So I mentioned that, let me zoom in. Mentioned that when I got these many years ago, they had a whole line, different colors, all baby colors. So they had a blue colorway. They had a pink. This is all the pink I have. It's not enough to do anything with. And they had two greens. I think these were totally different greens. I don't think they were the different dye lots. I think there were two different greens. So that's all I have in that type of yarn besides the blue. I've got a bunch of this, the blue with the pink together. I've got enough to do maybe a small blanket. So, but we have a finished object, almost a finished object. Again, all I need to do is weave in a few end pieces. So, celebrate that. As you see on the screen above me, we'll be working on, hey there, Lumberjacks lady, how are you? We will be working on more on the man cave throw. And I don't have a picture of it. I started another project, because you always have to have another project. I'm not certain how I like this, how I feel about it. I'm going to have to go a couple more rounds. Well, we'll decide. Let me move this over here real quick. Oh, I got to get the other thing. Doing good. Doing your first color work knit. Oh, that sounds interesting. You'll definitely have to share some pictures when you get more progress. So I'm trying to figure out what project I want to take with me on your trip. Something small. My new project that blanket that I'm going to be doing now is, it's a free pattern. It's called Aiden's Radiating Diamonds Blanket. It's a simple pattern. It's a fillet type pattern. I don't know if I can make this any larger. I'm doing it in a multicolor, but again, I'm not certain. Not certain if I'm liking the colorway with this pattern. Again, this is from Ravelry. It's a variation of fillet, but you go and you work from the center out. So it's a square. And all it is double crochets and chains. That's all it is. It's just you have to count to make the eyelets. Yeah. This is, again, none of my pictures. This is all on Ravelry. I can post the link on Ravelry if you want. They also have a blog with the free pattern written out. It's written out. It's not in chart form. I don't know if they have a chart form. Maybe it might be paid. I'm not certain. So the hat's not included. I guess they have another item with the same pattern. So there it is in this green color. I'm just showing some of the colorways that they've done. This is a gradiating colorway. I showed the white. I think that's the same as the gradient. And again, you start in the center. There's somebody did this one. I'm just going to scroll through some of these. Whoops. The rest are all the other colorways that we saw. So that is what they have on Ravelry. Just some examples. This is the one that I've done, and I think my color repeat, it's real short. It's not the long gradient. And I've got about 12 rounds in. And I'm not certain how I feel about this. I've got this yarn. Again, I'm using up small quantities. I've got like 2 or 3 of each. So it's not enough. I can't go out and get more of this. This is a vintage yarn. This is, and I have this much of this. So that's the ball that's connected to that. And then 2 cakes, so 2 more skeins. So it's going to do a smaller blanket. I think right here it's about 10 inches square. So it's double, so it's going to work up somewhat quick. But this is, again, the vintage yarn. Never been used, brand new. It's the wind tuck yarn. I don't think they even make wind tuck anymore. And it doesn't even have... either somebody gave this to me, or it might have been on eBay or some... Oh, hi, Dan. Sorry. Didn't greet you. It might have been on eBay where, like, I don't know, 15, 20 bucks or whatever. You got, like, an assortment of yarn. You probably had, like, 2 skeins of this and 2 of that. So, you think it'll work? It's not too busy. Again, it's a simple pattern. It's just the fillet work. And for being vintage, and when I mean vintage, I'm assuming this is from, doesn't have a date on it. At the latest, sometime in the 80s. Just by the graphics. But being vintage, it's really not that scratchy. I mean, it's not the softest. But when it works up, it's not too bad. You don't think it's too busy? Okay. So essentially, and like I showed you on the pictures, you're forming squares, but they're like triangular. And then I guess the next round, it'll form, so every time you do they call it a motif, this little flower motif. I think it's like 11 rows. And then the next 11 will be the other part of the square that's on point. Once you get a few more rounds done, the negative space should be more prominent. Yeah. And again, like I always say, it's crochet, nothing's permanent. You can always frog it out and redo it. So, but that is, and I will be working on this a little bit later tonight. Because I'm going to work more on the man cave, the camouflage blanket. Let me find a space to put all of my stuff. One other announcement, and this is kind of a big announcement. It's not gone live yet. I'm still in the design planning phases. I will post I prefer the shorter runs of color and variegated yarns. Yeah, I do like the short variegated, but if, like the pictures I was showing here of that, I do like the gradient that kind of just, that blends. But for a blanket, like I was saying, it's not gone live yet. I will post some pictures and open to I want feedback. I'm going to post them in the Discord. Hey there, Fairy Dust. I almost called you Dirty Lot Lizard. Well, that's what you go by now. I will post pictures in the Discord of what I'm going to be announcing. Nothing's gone officially live yet, and I want feedback. I am in the process of opening my own merch store. Yes, you heard it here. There will be Crafty Cub merch. And that is not the link for the merch. That is the link for the Man Cave throw blanket. So I'm going to show on screen 4 items for merch that I will be having. And yes, you heard me. You heard Claymika. You heard it correct. Claymika, I was in contact with her early this morning, asking her some questions, and through text, and she was probably thinking, "What the hell?" I was asking her pick colors, getting her feedback on it, and I will share them on the Discord. Also, I want your feedback on colors mainly. So there's a website. There's a bunch of different websites where you creators, streamers, content creators can have merch. I personally am not making the merch, obviously, and it's not costing me anything. There are different companies that are online, and this is a well-known one. It's a website called Teespring. They've been around forever. They have a good reputation. I'm going to try them out. If the quality is crap, again, I haven't seen any physical examples yet. So if the quality is crap, then we can scrap it and we can try to find another source. So I've picked 4 items. They've got like a set listing of items that they have, and then you can customize it however you want. You can put your text and if you have a logo or a graphic, or you can kind of customize and play around with colors. So I might as well just stop talking and show you. So I have 4 that I picked out. We can always expand this in the future, and we can always play around with more designs on these items. So the first thing that we're going to do, I'm going to show you, is a t-shirt. Again, it's still in development phase. I'm open to suggestions. I can play around with the font. This was the crochet hook was a free image that I found. Again, I have to use copyright-free images on any of the graphics. So the lettering, it was fonts for the Teespring had, and I found. Yes, Claymika will help with this. I know this. I know that. So Teespring does. One of the reasons I chose them is their t-shirts, and this is a comfort tee. It's unisex. They have more fitted tees. They've got a couple other different types of t-shirts. They have sweatshirts. They have hoodies. I just want to start simple. I don't think I'm like, I've only got 200 and some followers. I'm not high up. So it's not like I need tons of different selections. I want to keep it simple. But one of the reasons I chose them is because they have a wide range of sizes from small to 5X. I didn't want to find one that only went to like 2X. So we have that. So we have the Proud Dirty Hooker tee and the colors. And I will post a little swatch of colors. That's what I sent you, Claymiko, this morning. You can pick up to 5. I didn't want dark ones because you wouldn't be able to see the text. So you can get it in the Heathered Royal. And this is what I have right now. I had to select a few of them. There are other options. So when I post it on the Discord, I'll post all the other options in addition to what I'm going to name here. We've got a yellow. They call it lemon yellow. And I think these are either Gildan t-shirts, and I forgot the other one, which those are quality brands. I'm familiar with Gildan branded t-shirts. You have so many ideas, yeah. Okay, you might have a lot of ideas. We got to keep it small to begin with. We have a small base, so I don't want tons of ideas and people get overwhelmed. So we got lemon yellow. Oh, we have the Heathered Royal. We have a purple. We have a red. And a basic white. There are a bunch of other colors we can choose. Not only do we have that, but that's the front of the shirt. We have a back of the shirt. And on the back of the shirt, I have to put my branding, of course. So if you're wearing the shirt out in public, if you are brave enough to wear a shirt that says a Proud Dirty Hooker, then on the back, they got the link. So they can come and find me, and I can get more followers. And then if they like what I do, and they like the merch, they can buy more merch, and so on. And there you go. Okay. So you need an amen. Man, I need an amen sound alert, and I need a dirty hooker sound alert. We will work on that. All right. So not only do we have a t-shirt, we will also have a coffee mug. And again, this is all subject to change. If people don't like coffee mugs, then I can always remove it and we can come up with something else, whatever they have listed on Teespring. I can't just come up with my own new idea. It has to be something that Teespring will produce. Again, there's no overhead. I'm not paying for any of this. This is a free service. I get paid a percentage of whatever sells, obviously, because that's the way it works. So it's the same, the same text and the same little graphic, the little crochet hook. You love mugs? The back will have, again, the branding on it, and that's just the side. So what I chose so far for the mugs is either white, yellow. I'm not certain how I feel about the yellow. And I don't know why the handle's not yellow. I guess it's just how they work. And this is an 11-ounce mug. A pastel blue and a red. Again, this is all subject to change. When I post these little thumbnails and all the color selections in the Discord, I want some feedback. I haven't made the poll yet on each of these, but when we get that far, we will we'll have that. So we got the coffee mug. Then we have a pouch, a zipper pouch for your pencils or your crochet hooks. And the same thing, Proud Dirty Hooker. And on the back, we'll have the URL for the channel. That I've chose so far. And this is an 8.5 by 6-inch pouch. So it's a decent sized pouch. Got it in white, red, aqua. I really like the aqua. And the light blue. There are other colors But these are the ones I had to choose something to start with. So I'm back in retail. No, I'm not actually doing the selling. I'm more in the design. I'm not stocking the shelves. So those are the color choices so far. There are other color choices that we can pick from. Grammy, you never get fully away from it. Oh. So there's that. And then there is a 32-ounce stainless steel water bottle. I don't know the quality of it. So I don't know how waterproof it is. Again, this is just a test. This only comes in stainless steel. There are no color options. But it does say the Dirty Hooker, or the Proud Dirty Hooker, and the URL on the bottom on the back. They do say that the mug and the water bottle, they are saying that it should not come off when you wash it. I don't know about, well, you probably wouldn't put the water bottle in the dishwasher because it's insulated. But this is what I've picked so far. They've got a bunch of other different things. Some things I don't really want, like a fleece blanket or a shower curtain. I mean, if anybody wants a shower curtain that says Proud Dirty Hooker with my Twitch channel on it, then I'll put it on there. They've got some other things. So that was the announcement I wanted to make, that we are going to be having some merch, possibly. Nothing's 100% set in stone yet. We're still in the planning phases. Alrighty. We're going to get into I almost lost a ball of yarn that I need tonight. We're going to work on Man Cave. And I haven't measured this, but I definitely have to go longer, because Grammy, I asked Grammy's input, and she definitely said to go longer than what I have now. So we're probably going to use up most of this. So with all those announcements, how is everybody? What is everybody working on? I know, was it Lumberjack Lady was working on a colorway, colorwork knit. Grammy knows best. Well, I don't know about that. I'm joking. And the other thing is, it's a cow. Oh, yeah, definitely would love to see pics when you get more of it started. I've been working on some samples for September for our woodland themed streams. September is woodland theme. It's not a granny month. Not all of it is granny squares. But it's all themed woodland. And there are some really, really, really cute designs that I found. Again, they're not my designs. They're other creators, and I do credit the source where I gotta trim my yarn here because I don't need the green at the moment. So we will be doing woodland in September. And in addition to that, I'm all tangled up in my yarn. In addition to that, I've also been researching and brainstorming and coming with ideas for October and November. So we're in the planning phases right now between what we're going to do on stream and the merch store and possible other blankets for Project Linus. And again, if you don't know what Project Linus is, it is a nonprofit organization in the US and Canada. They accept donations of handmade, brand new blankets, either not brand new, they have to be handmade, but haven't been, like, never been used before. Either knitted, crocheted, quilted. I think there's a couple other different types of blankets, and they donate them to children from 0 to 18 that are in need, either seriously ill, traumatized, homeless, etc. So it's a pretty good cause. And that is where this blanket and that blue Endlessly Elegant blanket will be going. Let's see here. Grammy, I wanted to make you dizzy the other day. Instead of spinning the wheel on stream to pick a pattern, I thought we would spin you to see which pattern you pointed to. Yeah, I mentioned that to Grammy. Yeah, that would not be good. Dan says, today I got 36 rows done on the scarf. I have in progress and 3/4 of a round done on the continuous granny square blanket. Wow. Way to go. Yay for progress. If anybody is interested in Project Linus, it will pop up periodically in the chat. If you want the link, you could find a chapter near you. Just type an !charity, and up will come their main page, and then you can search for your area if there's a chapter nearby. Heard about that? You're a funny guy. Not only is he a funny guy, he's spooky. For the past day and a half or so, 2 days, I've been planning stuff for like the next few months, and I'm looking at things, and it's either when I'm looking at it or rightly after I looked at it, he'll send me a DM with something similar to it or the exact same thing I just looked at. It's happened like twice already. And those of you who know me personally know that it's not a good idea to be in my brain. That's a scary place. I assume the scarf is worked across the width instead of across the length. Yeah, if you got 36 rows, I think it probably would be worked widthwise. If not, that's a very wide scarf. Add a little more light here so we can see what we're doing. So back to the merch. Once available, how will we order? Well, once it becomes available, there will be in the Discord and here in the stream, and I will also be posting the link on the YouTube videos, a link to the website that you do the ordering all through them. They handle all of that. They handle the printing of everything, they handle the payment, all of that, and they handle the shipping. Especially since I am only working on the scarf and blanket on weekends for the most part, and take the smaller washcloths and stuff with me when I go out. That makes sense. Also, if there are any other content creators that are familiar with any merch sites that do merch for content creators or streamers or whatever, and I don't know if anybody here currently in the stream watching is also a streamer that's familiar with any of that. I wouldn't mind knowing some other sites to use. I know there's Cafe Press, there's Streamlabs merch, there might be a couple other ones, but since I have heard of Teespring and a lot of YouTubers and Twitch streamers, I think I've used Teespring before. But now they're changing their name to Spring, but because it's not just t-shirts. I think they originally started with t-shirts. But like I said, those are designs I just came up, well, the one design, I just came up with this morning. I'm just playing around with it on their site. There is a possibility we can have other designs. I want possibly maybe something that has something to do with yarnies, because I know not everybody wants to walk around with a shirt that says Proud Dirty Hooker. And maybe some people are not dirty hookers. Maybe some people wash their hooks. So. But once I get it up and running, I'll have to get one. They have tote bags. I think the price of the tote bags can be a little high. It's like anything with business. If you're selling something, you have to worry about, not worry, you have to think about the cost of the item plus your profit margin and all. And I can adjust these prices. I haven't figured that out yet, but I want to make it both a valued price. And again, I don't know the quality of the items yet, so I'm still getting it, just starting into it. Hopefully, they're decent products, and but I don't want the price to be so low that there's no profit in it for me, because that's kind of one of the points of having merch. Yeah, they've got a couple different tote bags on there. They even got they have a duffel bag. They've got all different ones. They've got hats. But forgot what I was doing there for a second. Like, it's just double crochets. Let me cut down. And who knows in the future if there's some other, not meme, but we have Dirty Hooker. I mean, a while back, we haven't really talked about it in a while, but a while back we had Sad Green. So if we have any other funny or I don't know what the word is, any moments that happen here on stream, we could possibly put that on merch. I'm not saying I want everything to be on merch. The scarf's about 8 inches wide and currently about 2.5 feet long. Wraps barely around my neck once. After one ball of yarn, working on the second ball. Are you part of the Discord, Dan? I'm not certain if you are. If you want to post the a picture of it. If not, if you have a picture, like an Instagram picture or whatever link, I think I have it enabled that you can post links here in the chat. If you want to share what it looks like, what you're working on. No, you're not part of the Discord. Okay, that's fine. And like I said, if you have a link to a picture, you can do that if you choose to. I just like to see what other people are working on. At some point, I'm going to have to take some pictures of what Grammy has been working on. There's this one piece. I haven't seen it fully up close. I've just seen some elements of it at a distance. It is so cute. It is so cute and so pretty. If our resident bag lady is still here, have you worked on another bag? She knows who she is. I don't know if she's still here. Working, like, pulling enough stuff out of here, it's getting caught. I don't know why it's not flowing out of the middle of the cake. It's not tight in there anymore. Yes. Yes, she is the dirty hook. Not the dirty hooker. She is the bag lady. Again, I'm just impressed about how she's making this up, and she's not like thinking about it at like too much. She's not designing a pattern and then making it. She's just doing it. Not 4, we need 5. So yeah, fairy dust, I went to look at that pattern of that throw you're working on your inspirations, and yeah, the download, when you click download the pattern, it's not there anymore. Fairy dust is working on this, what's it called? The Aaron Hearts throw on your inspirations. And you see the picture of it, and you click on download patterns, you get the pattern. It's an error page. It's like not there anymore. But I think they said that, I think Fairy Dust said they found it on a different site. And also I did find on YouTube, the Crochet Crowd, Mikey, he is affiliated with Yarn Inspirations. He's done a video on how to do it. I don't know what's wrong with their site. Haven't tried to create a pattern or anything. I just did a blanket off the top of my head that was double crochet in one color and half double in the other. Oh! Yeah, I've done some blankets off the top of my head, which, if you're using just basic stitches, that's easy to do because it's kind of like this pattern here. This is a simple, easy pattern. But she's making a bag. Like, you have to worry about increasing for the circumference, and then know when, and like figure out how to make it taller, and if you're going to make it go in at the top, or if you're going to put handles, and the handles part isn't really that difficult. But yeah, she's our bag designer over there. I don't have pictures or anything yet, as I can never seem to get the right angle of day for lighting. Yeah, I'm also kind of waiting on my mom to get over whatever infection she has, so I can go over to her place with my wipes and have her guide me on how to get the best pictures possibly with my phone. I understand, and I hope your mom's feeling better, or hope she feels better. But yeah, that's okay if you don't have any pictures, and I know how it is trying to get the best lighting, because trying to get, well, not the picture that's above me right here. Oh, whips, not wipes. Okay. The picture that's above me here is not my picture. That's from your inspirations. But some of the other pictures that, like if I'm teaching something, I'll have my little sample picture and trying to get the lighting just right and the angle, and so it's not too blurry. That can be a challenge at times. 2, 3, 4. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to be working on this so I get done the repeat of this camo, and then we'll switch over to the other blanket, the pastel one. And that one I'm going to have to follow the pattern because I got to do a lot of counting here and there. And this, the count is the same for each row, and what I'm doing here on the other one, it's different. Two. Does anybody have anything fun that they're doing this weekend that they did today or plan for tomorrow or? Oh, and another thing, Lumberjack Lady says, starting a new job on Monday. So I need to go over my first day information one more time so I don't look a fool. Oh, congratulations. And I'm certain that you'll do fine. All right. Starting in, let me look at my calendar real quick. Another announcement I'm going to be making. Okay, you've got one. Starting in, I'm happy for the change. Just don't feel like HR chasing me down more than they already are. Yeah, I know that could be stressful at times. Okay. Starting in September, all I'm going to do is I'm going to give a little hint. In September, yes, we're doing woodland themed. We're still going to be doing Project Linus blankets. I think that will be a Saturday stream. Saturdays, I think, will be Project Linus. Temperature blanket will be coming back in October. Most of September will be our woodland themed, but our Thursdays will still be Throwback Thursdays. All I'm going to say is starting in September, Throwback Thursdays will have a twist. Little surprises, aren't I? Keeping you on your toes and keep you coming back for more. That's the whole intention. Not just my witty banner back and forth, I guess. But we're going to throw a little extra something there for our Throwback Thursdays. And we're getting ready to have an ad. It's already been an hour. Well, the first 20, 30 minutes, I was yammering on about announcements and merch coming up and one, two. I want that feet out of the cake. There must be like some type of knot, not a knot, but a tangle or something in the center of that cake. Alrighty, we're going to go to ad, and when we come back, we'll be working more on this blanket. I will return after this ad break. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sitting through that ad. And I saw what you posted there, Fairy Dust, while we were at ad. Throwback Thursday with a twist. Do we get to spin Grammy while listening to Chubby Checker? No and no. We don't want to spin Grammy, and we can't listen to Chubby Checker because that's copyrighted. No. People are too much. Actually, no, not too much. Can never be, well, you can, but I like too much to a degree. Got a pic of the first section over on Discord. Yay! Let's see. We're gonna bring this up. Ooh. Ooh, okay. We're gonna, let me get the thing and the thing and the thing. And we're gonna share Lumberjack Lady's whip that they've started. That is gorgeous. I don't know really how to knit. I mean, I know how to knit, but I'm a horrible knitter. Like, take me forever. I know how to make the stitches, but I wouldn't even know how to do that. Yeah, that's really pretty. I definitely love the red and the white together. Yeah, that's gorgeous. And I can't make it any bigger. Well, actually, no, I can make it bigger. Here we go. Let's make it bigger. Your stitches are so nice and even. Very nice. Okay, now I gotta make that smaller so I can get it out of here. Chubby Checker, come on now, I'm not that old. Real excited to see how it turns out. Love the yeah, I like the red and the white. Fairy Dust. Grammy knows who Chubby Checker was. Is he still, I don't know if he's still alive. I don't know. Speaking of along those lines, not Chubby Checker, the twist, about music and people like, I don't know what that is. Last night I was in a stream, and let's see, we're gonna shout them out. I shouted them out before. Oh, I know how to do this. Maislin Crochet, they were working, it was really cute, like late last night, they were working on this gift for their neighbor, for their nephew. I don't know how old the nephew was. I'm assuming a child. She had asked her, like, I think his birthday was yesterday or today or whatever. And today, I think she said that the party was today. Had asked the nephew what his favorite animal was. Maislin crochets a lot of amigurumi, and asked the nephew what his favorite animal was, and she said that the kid said, a cat, no, a dragon, no, a cat riding a dragon. So she was working on stream last night, a little amigurumi kitty cat, which was cute, and she was working on this dragon. I think she designed the cat herself, I think. Maybe. But she was following the pattern of a dragon, and it was partially done. But the dragon was, the colors of yarn she was using, and she hasn't posted a picture of it. When she does post a picture, I might share it here, if she's okay with that. it was this blue, like slightly blue variegated. It was like mid to light blues. But then there were other accent pieces like the horns. I think the belly, I think, was going to be, and some like the little ear wing, whatever, was this gorgeous orange and red and yellow fire looking type colorway. I couldn't take my eyes off. And the contrast between the two, well, she was working with the blue yarn, and I guess some of the dye was coming off a little on her hand. I was in a silly mood last night, so this is a long story, I know. And if everybody's falling asleep, that's fine. At least you're still lurking. I was in a silly mood, so in her chat, I typed in the first two verses of the song Blue by Eiffel 65. And she was laughing, and then somebody else in the chat was like, I don't get it. And we had to explain to them that what that song was, and the other person said, "Oh, I guess I'm too young for that." So I was like, "Oh, okay." You're officially old when music. Well, actually, no, that was about 20. Oh, that was like about 25 years ago when that song came out. I thought it was pretty funny. Did you miss anything? I guess you weren't here. Riley needed your attention. If Riley is around and can hear, hi Riley. Guess you weren't around. I asked how if you've been working on more bags or what was going on. I think that was I know you saw the merch. The other thing that I announced was starting in September on Thursdays, there's going to be, I think I told you that the other night, that there's going to be a twist added to Throwback Thursdays. Yes, blue, dabba dee, but I can't, yeah. I'm blue, yeah. You don't want me to sing. Not because I'm going to get copyright striked, just nobody wants to hear me sing. I am actually. I have a phone case that I'm almost done. Yeah, you did say that you were working on a phone case. But while you were gone, when I mentioned that there was going to be a twist added to Throwback Thursdays, Fairy Dust said, how about, are we going to spin Grammy around while listening to Chubby Checker? Because that ties in to Thursday when I had the wheel to spin to pick the pattern for our mystery edging, and Fairy Dust wanted to know why don't we just spin Grammy around and she can point to the pattern. Thank you. Two. Three. think I'm gonna get to the end of this row, and then we'll switch over to the other blanket. Whereas my nephew knows that song, I'm blue, if I were green, I would die. Yeah, previous job about 4 years ago, I was listening to Edge of 17. I love that song. She says that sounds cool. Is it new? I said only if the 70s were new. That hurts. She being a teenager I work with. Wow. That really hurt. Wow. Got to go? Got to go is meaning you have to duck out of the stream, or got to go like you can't with the whole Edge of 17 story? Yeah. I mean, I thought it was pretty bad when people don't get the references to an old song. That's one thing, which I can understand that. But if they think that an old song is new, or the other thing is, and I can't think of an example off the top of my head, the younger generation now, and this is nothing against anybody who's a younger generation that's watching my channel, but the younger generation, if they hear a song, or not a song, but a sample from a song, um, so if they're referencing a sample of a song that has been used in a newer song, so like, can't think of something. So like something from like the 70s or the 80s, if they use a sample of that in a song now, they were like, "Oh, I know that because of now," and it's like, yes, but that's not the original where it originated from. The girls procreated since then, so the DNA is still in the gene pool. Let's hope not. Let's hope that DNA has that part is watered down a bit. Okay, there's a knot in my yarn, so I gotta cut it out, and I am going to, yeah, we'll do a regular join. Short tail. Oof, don't like it that short. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a weaver's knot. I really don't like putting a knot in there, but where the join would be to have a decent tail would be in the fillet area, and I don't like having the join there. So, do that, and we'll just cut that knot real close, and you won't see it. Then no tails to weave in. Yeah, there was a Madonna song 15 years or so ago that had a sample from Gimme Gimme by ABBA. That was, what was the name of that song? People will hear the ABBA song and say that's a Madonna song. Like, yeah, no, honey. Oh, I know the video. She's wearing, like, aerobic stuff, and she's in a dance studio. Maybe, or maybe that's a different song. Because I know Madonna, about around that time, she did sample a lot of ABBA stuff. That's the correct song. Hung Up. Yes, 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 yes. I got the song now in my head. Or, okay, if you want to go further back, when I was really little, and I knew where the samples came from, and I don't remember who sang it. Wait. Give me a second. I gotta do a little. Now that my brain has now gone into that. Okay, that's what it was. So back in the day, there was I guess, I don't know if it was a DJ or I don't think they were singing on it. I think it was like a DJ, or this was back in like the early 80s. There's a DJ or a group or whatever called Stars on 45, and they had, it's called medley, where they would have snippets of songs like from like the 50s and 60s, and they all would kind of mash it up. I think it was more of like a mashup kind of. And I remember hearing that on the radio, and I'd play it if I could. I can't. But yeah, look up Medley by Stars on 45 if you're interested. And it has samples of the Archie Sugar Sugar. There might be some Beatles on there, but all that stuff. So even as a kid, I knew that wasn't new. That was samples from before. But I don't know. I don't want to sound like a crotchety old man, and these kids these days. Okay, we're going to put that to the side. I'm going to take a quick break. I need to use the restroom. I will be right back. And when we come back, we will work on the multicolor baby blanket. So hold on one second. Alrighty, I'm back. And I'm going to or as your nephew says, when grandpa's playing his vinyl and reel to reels, that's old man music. Well, that's different. That, because that kind of is old man music, but he's not saying, oh, is that new? Did that just come out? Okay. I gotta find the hook. I am using a smaller hook on this, even though this, I think technically, well, I was gonna say this probably is a worsted weight, but when I'm looking at it now, it's probably more of a DK weight. So I am using the 4.5 millimeter hook on this. And again, you can't get this yarn anymore because it's probably as old as some of these songs from back in the 80s, like Edge of 17. Well, I don't know if it's that old, but it could be. Then I gotta find the pattern because this I have to refer back and forth. This isn't a mindless, brainless thing. And like I said, I thought I wasn't gonna like working with this. It's really not that bad. Again, it could be softer, but it's not that scratchy. And it's acrylic. It's definitely acrylic. Oh, it says worsted weight. Oh, this is a thin worsted weight. I don't know. Okay. So you need to the next 3. 1, 2, 3. We can zoom in a little more. 2, 3. Chain 1. Just washed a blanket that will be donated to Project Linus. It's entirely of red heart worsted weight. So glad it softened up immensely after machine wash and draft. Yes, draft. Drift is nice. It definitely will soften up your scratchy yarns. Double. Yes, yay! Pretty. Crochet. 5, 6, 7. 2. 5, 7. Chain 1, skip 1. 5. 2. Skip 1. 3. 8. This yarn does split a little bit. It's not too bad. Chain 1. Skip 1. 1, 2, 5. 2. But yeah, after we get a bunch of them done, I'll definitely take pictures of the one Grammy has made and the ones that I'm making. Chain 1, skip 1. 7. 2. 3. 7. Chain 1, skip 1. 3. Skip 1. Next. 3, 3, 7, 5. 3, 3, 7, 5, 3, 5, 7, 3, 3. I think I can remember this. It's almost like figuring out a code. Yeah, and with this pattern, oh, you can't even see half the stuff that I'm doing. It's just doubles and chains. There are no popcorn stitches, no fans, no bobbles, no front post, no back post. None of that. And a while back, I gave a little lesson on how to do how to do fillet. If anybody needs a refresher on anything or has any questions whatsoever, feel free to ask it. 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute. 2, 5, 6, and 7. 5. 5. Five, 4, 6, 7. Oh, also those members that those of us of followers, not members, that are on the Discord, feel free anytime not only to post pictures of your whips and your foes, if you have any websites, YouTubers, blogs, any other resources for anything, not just crochet, it could be whatever your art form is, you could post it in the YouTubers to watch channel. Also, if you have any streamers here on Twitch that you follow, that you really, really like and want other people to know about them, there is a Twitch streamers channel. So feel free to post that. That's not just for me. That's for anybody that's on the Discord. And also, with that being said, when we go to raid, if there's anybody that is on currently that you would like us to raid, suggest it at that time. I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to meeting new streamers. I've been a whole lot of new streamers in the past 2-3 weeks. A lot of creative people on Twitch. So, definitely, feel free to suggest other streamers. Especially here in the makers and crafters space, that is kind of how our channels grow. We don't really have competition like they do in the gaming channels. In the gaming channels, they're all playing, well, not all, but a lot of them are all playing the same game, and they're vying for views. Well, makers and crafters, if you got a bunch of people that are all cross-stitching, they're not cross-stitching the same thing necessarily. Or you've got people doing diamond painting, or crochet, knitting, or whatever you have. So it's a different type of space. It's more collaborative, I would say. Seven. 4, 6, 7, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 1, 2, 3 midpoint. Also, crafters are better about building each other up instead of tearing each other down. Exactly. Exactly. And I like seeing what other people are working on. Like, I was in Maislin Crochet's channel last night. She does predominantly, if it's crochet, it's predominantly amigurumi. I have no interest in making amigurumi. It's not something that I want to make. But I can appreciate someone else making it. And the little cat riding a dragon that she made for her nephew, it's adorable. Well, the part she hadn't finished it last night, but what she was working on was adorable, and I loved it. But again, it's not something for me, but I can still support them on what they're doing and appreciate their art. 2, 4, 5. And like you mentioned, the building each other up. That is something, if you're familiar with Moco Made here on Twitch, they stream during, I think just during the week, during the day. They're a brother and sister team. Derek does leather working and Deb does painting. They've got a team where, I don't know how many people are on the team now. They support each other, other streamers that are part of their team, and they send them shout outs. They think Moco Made has been in my channel a few times. A bunch of the people from the Moco Loco team have been in my channel. They've rated me. I've rated them. I'm not a part of their team, but who knows? Maybe in the future I might look into that. Okay, I've kind of lost count. But yeah, Makers and Crafters space is very supportive, opposed to the gaming part, which I don't really hang out over there. But I've heard that sometimes it can be a little, not nasty, but it can be a little, I guess the word would be competitive and not as friendly. That's just what I've heard. I heard that it can be difficult making it as a gamer if you're playing the same game that 20, 30 people are playing. But here, I can guarantee nobody else on Twitch is doing this blanket pattern in this yarn. Guarantee. Also, what sets me apart is I teach. I teach the stitches and how to do certain things. Not that there's anything wrong with just doing a blanket, doing a thing like I'm doing now, which I'm not teaching. But, so far I haven't really had any negative experiences on my time here at Twitch. I mean, yeah, you'll get occasional troll or something in your chat, but streamers that I've gone into, I haven't really had any negative experiences. Okay, 7, then 5. Two, 3, 6. Yeah, when this is done, I'm definitely going to have to wash it in draft to help soften it up just a little bit. It's not too bad. Two. 5. 3 in the center. 1, 2, 5, I think. 8, 5, 6, 7. 8, skip. Alrighty, I'm done. Round number 13. And again, if anybody's interested, and I need to get a picture. And actually, I can post the name of this pattern once I do these stitches. Scared me. Thank you, Lumberjacks lady. And no, I don't have jump scare redeems on my channel. And I normally don't scare that easily. I've only had one negative experience in a craft stream. Don't remember the channel. I think we all know I'm not a prude. I felt like I wasn't even old enough for the conversation in that room and left quickly. Wow. Wow, it was that bad. That's pretty bad if a lot lizard has to leave. Okay, we're going to... This is not the pattern. What is this called again? Right. Oh, okay, hit that. Oh no, I hit the wrong... There, that's what I'm working on. I don't have a link. Well, I have a link if anybody wants this link. And, you know, that's what we'll do. We'll just do... We'll do the thing... No, we want to do the other thing. We're going to do the thing and the thing and the thing. We're just going to share... Make it small. Let's pick a decent one. Now you can see all of my desktop, but that's okay. Okay. That's in case if anybody wants. I just got to be careful of clicking into another browser because you'll see what's popping up. Which I need the other browser for my pattern. And no, we don't need the merch store. Okay, that was round 13. Right? Yeah. I might have to write this down, how many rounds I'm doing, because it's different. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That was 13. Okay, now we're on to 14. Double crochet in each of the next 3 doubles. One, 2, 5, 6, 7. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lost my track in the pattern. 1, 2. Okay. Chain 1, skip 5, 6, 7. So we're going to do 7 again. 2, 'Fuzzy's going up my nose. I hate that. So that's 7. Chain 1, skip 3, 4, 5. D, 5. Chain 1, skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. More 5. Skip 1, 2, so 7. Four, 5, 6, 7. Chain 1, skip. And it's 7 more, I think. 1, 2, 7. Okay. 7. So it's 3, 7, 7, 5. 3, 7, 7, 5, 5, 7, 7, 3. I know what those numbers mean. Kind of made up a little shorthand in my head how this pattern should work. I'm not memorizing every little stitch, just do the counts. Yes, yes. This is the Jenny blanket. I found the pattern written on the wall of in the bathroom. 2, 3. That's a reference to the song by Tommy Two-Tone back in the 80s. It's talking about old songs. Or maybe somebody nowadays might think it's a new song. 7, 7. But nowadays, people don't call. They text everything. I'm guilty of that, too. I'd rather text. Call. I'm not much of a talking on the phone type person. Imagine all the surprise guys who wanted a good time and ended up with a crochet pattern. Hey! 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 7, not 5. Okay. Now we do 5. 2, 3, 4. And right next to that phone number, it said Dirty Hooker. That is why this channel is 18 plus. 7, 7, 5. Hey, Meals on Wheels, how are you? Yeah, okay. You tuned in just in time. We were being a little degenerate, as Black Sheep Meat would say. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not supposed to have 6, right? No, it's supposed to have 5. 3, 7, 7, 5, 5. That's 7, 7. It does sound like a phone number. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Skip 1, and then 7 more. 1, 2, 5, 6, and 7. What I'm working on is my 3rd blanket for Project Linus. It's a free pattern called Aiden's Radiating Diamond Blanket. It is on a blog called The Crochet Fix. It's also on Ravelry, but I think on Ravelry, to get a downloaded version of it, or a printable version, I think you have to pay for it. But it's the same designer that's on Ravelry. This is their personal, their blog, their crochet blog. So it's not like somebody else copied it and then uploaded to their own website. So it's from the same creator. So it's a variation of, it is a variation of filet crochet. I'm using up this vintage yarn that I had, and I needed a somewhat simple project that wasn't too much of a yarn eater, because I don't have that much of this yarn. I'm almost done this little ball, and then I've got 2 full cakes of it. Just a lot of counting to get these little eyelets in the right position, and then these little flowers. You're liking how the colors are working? It almost looks like just the way the colors are showing up. It looks like paint splatter, or like a tie-dye almost, or something spilled. So again, making use of this yarn that I've had for a while. Yeah, almost a tie-dye effect. I thought it was going to be too busy, but if y'all think it looks good, I'll keep going. I'm going to go more and more. My one little motif is almost done. You get to a certain point, and then there's going to be this little flower thing. There'll be one here and one here, and then as you get more and more, you'll get more of them. So, we're going to have another ad. You think it looks great? Cool. We're going to have an ad. When we come back from the ad, we will work more on this. So I will be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sitting through the ad break. I appreciate it. Definitely helps my channel. I'm working on the last side of this round, and then we're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. That's the way it goes, usually. It'd be weird if you kept crocheting and got smaller and smaller. That really would be a yarn eater. 1, 2, 3, 5. Now that I memorized the pattern repeat for this round, I'm getting ready to do another round. I got to relearn a whole new pattern repeat. It splits the yarn. That is the problem with some from yarn that's been sitting around for a while. It can get splitty. Five, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 7. The word repeat reminded me of another story about the teenage girl from the previous story. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Miss Edge of 17. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Chain 1, and then go into 3. Working into a slip stitch from the previous round is a little bit difficult. Oh yeah, there's a few slip stitches in this pattern. Even though it doesn't say to do it, I slip stitch my way to the corner, because if not, you're going to be 2 stitches off. And I also modify. They do a standing double. I do a chain up 3 because I don't got time for all that. Okay. Now we are on round number 15. Get a drinky drink. Double crochet in each of the next 3. That's easy enough. 2, 3. 1, 2. So then we do 5. 2, 5. Farida says, I go to her and said, Pete, and repeat, we're sitting on a boat. Pete fell off. Who was left? She would say, repeat. So I would say it again. After our 4th time of saying repeat, she says, am I not saying it right? I said, you're saying it perfectly. So I repeated it, and she kept saying repeat again about 2 more times before she gave up. Wow. Some people don't get what would that be? Some people don't understand it's not sarcasm. They don't understand like alternate meanings of words. She was taking it literally. Yeah, some people just are a little too literal. Three, 5. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have another 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6, 7. So now we have 7. 2, 3. Oh, I got some nasty knots in this. Again, it being old. We'll put a good knot. You need to do 3, 5, 5. 5, 5, 7. 5 there. 6 and 7. Chain 1 skip 1. 3, 4, 7 more. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. A lot of fun with people I worked with. Yeah, I bet you did. Chain 1. 1, 2, and then 7 more. Uh, 7. Chain 1. 1, 2, and 5. 1, 5. Chain 1. 3, 4, 5. Split, split, and split, and split. 2, 5. Wait, 3, 5, 5. 7, 7, 7. 2, 5. 2 5s. And I have an extra stitch. Why do I have an extra stitch? 3. There's 5. And then 5. Oh, I didn't skip back here. That happens. If you don't skip a stitch, then you have an extra one at the end. 3, 5, 5, 7. 7, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. Chain 1, and then 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And it's probably going to be 2 5s. Yeah. Math. Aren't really split. Here to redo that last stitch. Two, 3, 4, 5, chain 1. Then we got 5. 1, 2, 5, chain 1. There should be 3 at the end. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you did that side right. So it's 3, 5, 5, 7, 7, 7, 5, 5, 3. That is a phone number. Thank you for the yay. I need it. If this is somebody's phone number, I'm sorry. I'm not actually trying to make a phone number. Okay. So it's 3, 5, 5. Oh, no, I got to do the 3 first. That's what Fairy Dust had said earlier. Yes, 8675309. When we were talking about, I found this pattern written on the bathroom wall, and next to it said "Dirty Hooker." 1, 2, 3, 4. Grape mines and grape mines, both. Grape mine. Picturing somebody just like, wait, somebody who really loves wine, wouldn't that be a grape mine? I'm getting choked up. 5, and then we're going to do 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me. 5, 3, 5, 5, 7, 7, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The first 7. Do 2 more 7s. 7. I'm thinking like Cobb. Grammy's thinking like me. I believe it's contagious. Okay, I'm going to work until we get done this, and then I think we're going to end the stream once we finish this little bit of that. 2, 3. Okay, that's... We did 2 7s, right? Yeah, we did 2 7s. We need 1 more 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If there's anybody who's on that anybody would suggest us rating, let me know. And then we can do that momentarily once we get to the end of our little bit of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do our 3, 2, 3. Do our little corner. Another nasty, icky knot. Excuse me. Hold on a second. Previous job that I had, we would have far too much fun with that phone number. Someone would always ask if I knew.
Thanks for the follow.
Thank you for the follow, Unfair C. Someone asked if I knew the number to one of our stores that actually had the first 3 numbers of 867. 1, 2. Whoops. I'll be right back. Back on. I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, we got a little bit left to go. I only did 2 there. I need to do 3. Do 5. 1, 2. This yarn. 2, 3, 4, 5. Do another set of 5. 2, 3, 4. We got another nasty knot. You remember my count that I was doing? So there's 3. We got to do Total of 5 for this. And then we had 3 7s, I think. Yeah, 3 7s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We need to do 2 more 7s. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're getting another knot. There's another nasty knot. You know what? I'll deal with that later. Okay, I think we're going to end the stream here. I'll join that off later. So that's what we've got so far. I do think everyone's right that it is going to look a lot better the further out that we go with this. You can definitely see the little flower thing, and you can kind of see the rows of these little eyelets that form these little squares or diamonds. Alrighty. So I think we're gonna end it there. Does anybody have any suggestions for people we can raid? Let me go and see who's on. I don't see anybody. What are they doing? They're knitting. I don't know if we want to go knitting. Yeah, I don't see anybody who is on that I want to raid. Does anybody have any suggestions? If not, then we can just end it there. Nasty? What? Oh, the knot. Yeah. Yes, Nasty was Janet Jackson. I'm like, what? Let me just check this one thing. Alrighty, I think if that's going to be it, we are going to call it a night. Thank you for... Perhaps. Thank you all for joining me tonight, as usual. I will be on tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern for more Project Linus blankets. That's pretty much what the whole month is. Again, join the Discord if you haven't joined the Discord and you want to. Check out the YouTube channel. All of my previous streams are posted there, so you can watch any of the craziness or the creativeness that we've done in the past. So everybody, hopefully you all have a good evening and a good weekend. And all you dirty hookers, stay dirty.